With the midterm elections behind him, 5th District Congressman-Elect Steve Russell is laying out his priorities for the next session of Congress, which convenes in January. Russell recently spoke with ONR's Dick Pryor about his agenda, which includes tackling the U.S. deficit and hammering out a budget deal that can win Senate approval.
I do see that a budget is very, very possible. The House had passed a budget, as you know, in the 113th Congress, but we did not see one get through the Senate. It's interesting, Dick, that a lot of folks have, nationally leveled charges at gridlock, somehow on the House of Representatives or the Republican Party as a whole. But the reality is, over 380 bills that were passed, most of them in a bipartisan fashion in the House of Representatives, were stymied by Senator Harry Reid. He was doing his job. He was doing exactly what supported the president, but it didn't support America, and now I think much of that will change.
What do you think will be the change in the dialogue now? Already we've heard from the new majority leader in the Senate, Mitch McConnell. We've heard from Speaker Boehner. We've heard from President Obama, all with varying degrees
Sure.
of expectations of more negotiation and cooperation.
Well, I think that the negotiation and cooperation needs to follow the mood and the suit of the people. When you look at the November 4th election, it was historic. It was striking. It was something that I think even Republicans did not expect. I mean, who would have thought you would have had a governor of Illinois, Maryland, and Massachusetts being Republican in this election? Those were unexpected. And so what I think it says is that, okay, now the president needs to listen to the people. The negotiation is a two-way street, and hopefully the president will do that. I think he will. I think he has to.
What about immigration? That's another issue that has been talked about a lot in the last few days.
It has. Well, the president is making many discussions about taking the delayed action for children that are here, the DACA type of program. Indications that I'm getting from open sources and the media in Washington, D.C., I have some very close friends that are actually high placed in the media that I made friends with when they were embedded in Iraq that now have had successful careers of their own. And they're saying that the president will likely move on 2 to 3 million of the non-criminal folks that could get workers' permits, would qualify for them if they went through the application process on their own merit, but yet are still here undocumented or illegal, depending upon your view. And so he will likely make a move to have those 2 to 3 million, whatever the number ends up being, where they cannot be deported for a 2-year period. We don't know what the impacts of that will be. The president is trying to take some unilateral action on that, and that's likely to have some sparks thrown in Congress as a result.